Hey guys, this is Justin back with an engineer's perspective, and I'm just making a quick video as like a channel intro. Just kind of explain, I guess, what's going on here and kind of what my thoughts are on all of these shenanigans. Yeah, I mean, basically what this channel is that it's just kind of for fun, you know? I just had a lot of like ideas, swirling around in my head, and a lot of experiences I just kind of wanted to talk about. And in my life, I don't have a lot of people around that are as into most of these things as I am. And I just kind of wanted a way to discuss it, kind of just get it out there, I guess. So I just bought this cheap tripod and I threw my phone on it, and I just kind of talk about whatever I'm motivated to talk about at any given time. A lot of my motivation just comes from either videos that come out on YouTube, or a lot more is like in a Facebook group, like the Leatherman Tool User group, or the Spyderco groups, or EDC groups, or chef knife groups, sharpening groups. On Facebook is like a question will come up, and then, you know, I'll answer it, others will answer it, whatever. But it's those kind of things that it spark the ideas for, oh, maybe I should make a video on X, Y, or Z. And then I do. So it's just kind of like an outlet for me to talk, just kind of have fun with it. I only do one take. Most things are basically 100% unscripted. I have no desire to write scripts. I just feel like it would take time. And I'm not big on like reading from a script when I present. I just kind of talk about the things that I'm into, that I've invested a lot of time in and learning. I'm going to make mistakes in my videos. Some things are just going to be straight up wrong. But I'm just kind of saying things as how I see them and understand them and even remember them. You know, I've semi-recently, within the last 6 months, rotated in like a very but a much more office role in day-to-day life, where I've been much more used to more heavy-dutier work as an engineer. And so, maybe I've forgotten when 6 months ago when I was cutting, welding, and grinding and plumbing every day on some lab setups, when I was using tools like this more often than I am now. So I'll make mistakes, but I'm just kind of having fun, want to discuss with you guys, share the knowledge that I've worked hard to get, and just see what everybody else has to say. My focus is basically on, I really like knives. I really like steel. This is in K390. I really like geometry. That's why I got into kitchen knives, because they have a lot more focus on steel and geometry. So I'm into kitchen knives. I'm into EDC tools, but I wouldn't say I'm necessarily into like EDC. I'm just into the tools themselves. So when I see like I'm missing functionality in my life, then I search for an answer to that. So, pocket knives, steel, tools that I use regularly. So Leathermans, Knipex, the Gerber, flashlights, just things that I do use. And just things that I'm passionate about. And when the motivation crops up, then you get a video, and when it doesn't, you don't. So I've tried to start spacing out my videos a little bit, because normally I'll make like 4 in a row, because I just have a bunch of ideas. So instead of posting those all in one day, I'll kind of spread them out. But it's just kind of for entertainment, and I just hope that some people gain something from my ramblings, which most of these tend to more or less be. It's not super specific on any one topic. It's just me talking about whatever I kind of feel like talking about. And I love to hear recommendations for videos and ideas. And if there's questions, I really like, trying to answer questions and help out if I can. And, I think I've got enough experience under my belt where I tend not to mislead more than I correctly lead. But yeah, I'm the kind of person that likes to, you know, if everybody says, oh, you can't do this because of X, I'm like, well, that doesn't really make sense. I'm going to try it. So I'll do those things. So when people say that, like the pliers on a Leatherman can or can't do something, like I'm going to try it. Or like my ratchet driver videos, there's lots of people saying that, you know, it can't do X, Y, or Z. And I was like, oh yeah, you want to see? Kind of put my money where my mouth is a little bit. Like in kitchen cutlery where you can't use a regular steel on a Japanese knife, which is false. But there's a lot to that discussion. But, you know, I just like to try things. I don't just like to take people's word for it. People will say, you know, steels are too hard to sharpen or too brittle or don't hold an edge, X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff I like to test myself and draw my own conclusions and just take what other people has as data points for that kind of final analysis. Yeah, I think I was going to open this with saying that kind of my background, as I've mentioned several times, is engineering, I have a degree in chemical engineering. I've had multiple jobs as an engineer in more of a process and kind of like project engineer roles, and then also a lot of like research roles as well. So that's kind of where I draw my background and how my brain kind of works. And yeah, so that's kind of what this channel is, and that's all I've got. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye.